All right, so we got Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl review. Ooh, my bad. Sorry, Heart of Chornobyl review. Let's go to the video. It's from IGN, by the way, so shout out to IGN. We'll
Stalker 2
see what they say about
Heart
it.
of Chernobyl is not for the faint of heart. It's built to generate the kind of friction.
My bad, sorry, y'all. I broke character real quick. My bad, sorry about that, y'all.
Game that's also captivating. When you're left to figure things out for yourself amid myriad dangers that can kill you in a moment's notice, it becomes clear that the survival instincts embedded in the Stalker series are very much alive in this long-awaited sequel.
Real quick, I wanted to say this, bro. They did a really good job, like upgrading like the gunplay and stuff like that. Because if you guys don't know, like I'll probably say like 1 or 2 months before the game came out, we reacted to like a 14-minute gameplay of like just Stalker gameplay, whether it was in like the story or whatever. And like the shooting mechanics or like the gun mechanics, I didn't really like it a lot. I thought it was like it looked like a little funny. I don't know whether that was from like the gameplay or whatever, but like the gunplay, it looked like a little wacky or whatever. I don't know if those guns were just like if they didn't have like the right attachment to his guns or whatever. But whenever like the person would like shoot or whatever, like bro, the bullets would like rarely even hit the enemy. Like they would just like shoot like around the enemy or whatever, and then like the last shot would hit the enemy and stuff like that. So like seeing some gameplay now, it definitely looks like they either fixed up the gunplay or the gunplay was already fixed. It's just like they had like a person with terrible aim shooting that 14-minute video. But it doesn't matter anymore. The game's out, and I'm definitely impressed with the gunplay, so that's good.
But there's also an equal and opposite force at play, the type of friction that hinders you from engaging with it in earnest, like poor technical performance, frustrating bugs, and bizarre enemy behavior.
You still here, Stalker?
Ooh.
Get going.
Yet, for all that's working against it, there's an underlying greatness in how Stalker 2 immerses you into the mysteries within its massive and brutal wasteland.
I'm not too worried about the glitches. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's glitches literally in every game, so I'm not worried about that. Here we go. Let's see what IGN gives it. We already know every time we react to an IGN review, we gotta go with a predate. Obviously, if you guys don't know, if you're new to this, you gotta wait to the ending, for my verdict as well. But I think IGN's probably gonna give this game a 7. I think I'm gonna give this game a 7. I think so. Ooh.
The Chernobyl exclusion zone, the site around the tragic real-world nuclear disaster in 1986, remains the heart of Stalker, both as a harsh and often stunning open world and a fascinating setting that's integral to Ukrainian history. In this fictionalized version, physics-defying anomalies work as deadly hazards scattered around its huge map, while hostile and mutated wildlife instill an ever-present danger. And Stalkers, the mercenaries who make a living in the zone taking on risky jobs, are also on the hunt throughout.
What makes you think you're gonna get out of here alive?
When it's hard to tell who's friend or foe, it's a harsh place to exist.
Ooh.
In that respect, Stalker 2 is a masterclass in atmosphere. Phenomenal dynamic weather, pitch dark nights, and radioactive storms that paint the sky a hellish red or toxic green are visually striking and petrifying. From the vistas of a sprawling wasteland you get on long on-foot treks between missions to the dark corridors of an abandoned facility, Stalker 2 creates such a distinct sense of place and in great detail. It's familiar to anyone who's played the originals, and as a veteran of those games myself, it's an odd comfort to be back in the zone and see how much it's changed in the years since.
The heart to survive. Okay.
The early hours of the story aren't going to light a fire under you. Skiff, our character, is set up and betrayed in the opening mission.
I want to say one thing. The cutscenes in this game, bro, oh man, I will admit they did a really good job with these cutscenes, bro. A really good job with it, bro.
Which leads you through a wild goose chase of finding a continuous chain of guys in hopes of finding the actual guy you're looking for. But once it starts to rope you into the scientific organization S.T.A.L.K.E.R,
We're on the brink of the most important event in human history.
and the zone's de facto military known as the Ward, Stalker 2 begins to show you what it's really about. It weaves in familiar themes seen in the previous games, such as chasing the truth about mind-bending psi emissions, the deadly risks of research and the fallout, and the futility of vying for control in the zone.
It's brave of you to come to my camp, uninvited.
While it's not required to understand this new story, it was enticing to see all the ways the old Stalkers were tied in and referenced as well. I'm glad it drew me in because Stalker 2 is a long game, and at times it can be exhausting since you're constantly fighting for your life.
Ooh.
It took me about 45 hours to finish the main story along
45 hours? Bro, that's like That's like GTA hours. No, GTA hours. That's like, bro. Hold up. Never mind. Hold up. Cause how long is GTA? How long is GTA 5? I think GTA 5 is like what? GTA 5 is like ranging from like 60 to 100. I'm gonna be honest with you. And Red Dead Redemption, bro. Red Dead Redemption, like story mode, bro, is long as well. So, man, 45 hours, bro. That's up there, bro. That's really up there.
With a good chunk of side missions and freeform exploration. Side quests can bring in some much needed cash or lead to rare loot, or they may not even pay off at all. However, there is sometimes an intrinsic value in seeing where it takes you and learning about the world itself.
Is it true that there are no missions on the mainland?
Within this lengthy journey are some critical choices that determine who you align with and affect the path along the way. Although they may lead to the same destination, the way the story context and mission objectives change makes those choices feel impactful, especially because they come up very naturally.
Okay, you know, I don't know if it's me. I don't know. Her hair looks a little funny. And listen, I'm not a overly like, you know, I'm not an overly, you know, just like, oh well, that isn't perfect, that isn't correct. Like I'm not like a overly like critic or whatever. I don't know if there's like a word for that, but like I'm not like a over like, you know, dramatic critic or whatever. Like this whole scene looks nice, but like her hair definitely does look like her hair looks a little fuzzy, unless she got electrocuted a little bit.
Cigarette?
Rarely are there explicit telegraphs what the outcomes or consequences may be, and understanding what those choices
Is that a
imply
black cigarette?
requires you to really pay attention to what characters say in dialogue. And through that, Stalker 2 is a suspenseful thriller with some impressive cutscenes and performances that bring the series to a new height.
Once we were his children.
Danger Zone. I think I heard of
What
this
are we now?
in the game.
Games like this are quite rare to see at such a scale these days, and even 14 years since its last iteration, Stalker 2 retains a lot of the design principles of the series, for better and worse.
Ooh.
It leans into mechanics commonly seen in hardcore survival games, where you must make deliberate decisions on how to engage enemies and what to pack with limited inventory weight. There's gear wear that can cause malfunctions, high damage in combat, and statuses to manage like bleeding, hunger, and radiation.
Oh snap.
There's no easy fast travel around the zone, so if you want to get from place to place quickly, you need to find the right NPC and pay up. If you go on foot, you're in for a long hike with rogue stalkers, anomalies, and mutants who can stop you in your tracks. These systems are inelegant, though at times I mean that as a compliment because I admire how very little is streamlined. This isn't an RPG in a gameplay sense either, so there are no progression systems or skills to unlock. So you're on the constant hunt to find good gear, upgraded at shops.
See, I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what? I was really about to say that could be a problem, but like it really depends on like, you know, what you like. If you're one of those people, bro, that just that love the, you know, like finders keepers thing of you going around, you know, searching for other, you know, parts like for a gun or whatever. I guess that's like cool for you, but at the end of the day, like a lot of people, and you know, like the average gamer or whatever, bro, they're not gonna, you know, and I'm just being real. The average gamer, bro, I don't think they would like be too fond of like, you know, having to go out and find, you know, like their equipment and stuff like that. Which, to be fair, some people do like, some people don't. I mean, even the people that do like, you know, like this whole like way of gaming, whatever, they might look at the people who don't like it and call them lazy or whatever. So I could see both sides of it. But if I'm being honest with you, I definitely prefer like the progressional like story mode. I think I prefer that a lot. So comment down below what you guys think about that as well. Other thing, bro, this map, bro, is humongous. The map is absolutely, bro. The map is the same, but it's the same size as Africa, bro. Like it's ridiculous.
And maintain its condition. I start to see how its mechanics come together after enough poking and prodding, and I managed to find the type of friction I enjoy.
See, that I like the gunplay a
Combat
lot.
bounces between intense high-stakes shootouts or tedious wars of attrition. The main problem is in the bizarre behavior of the enemy AI. Regardless of difficulty setting, enemies are often dumb as rocks, reacting in nonsensical patterns while engaged and unaware of their surroundings. Yet their immediate pinpoint accuracy and near-perfect vision, even in pitch darkness, still make things tough and not in ways that entirely make sense.
Bro, it's the computer. It's the computer. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna blame like the Stalker crew for that. You know why? Because it's the computer. And whatever game you play, bro. Call of Duty's AI. Whenever you play like the campaign, bro. they do a lot of dumb stuff too. But whenever it comes to shooting, bro, and especially like if you put like the story mode on a higher difficulty, bro, anything from what is it? What is it? Recruit, regular, um, what is it? Veteran. I think there's one in between. There's one in between. Oh, I think it's normal or like average or whatever, bro. If you put the difficulty regular and above, bro, the computer has pinpoint accuracy, bro. They're not missing you. They're not missing you at all. So at the end of the day, I mean, it's a computer, bro. They're gonna hit you. Like it's literally designed in the game to hit you. Like they can't like these guys are like they're designed to hit you. So at the end of the day, I kind of came to like a sense of like, you know what, bro, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh well, the computer's cheating. Oh, of course they are. They're a part of the game. Of course they can see you in the dark. Of course they got pinpoint accuracy. Of course they got Steph Curry accuracy. Oh, of course they're a part of the game. It is what it is. So I just stopped like, you know, caring about that. So I'm not gonna like take that into the fact. It's a part of the game.
Erratic mutant movement is more annoying than it is challenging, and you'll just bang your head against the wall trying to land shots on radiated rats and dogs chaotically lunging at you.
Okay.
I learned to work within the
real quick, that could be a problem. Like whenever like you're trying to shoot like these menacing animals and stuff down, that could be a problem. But like the actual like human stuff like that with guns, I don't care. I can leave it to them. Who cares?
AI, always ready to patch up and heal to survive and take precise shots from smart positions. Sometimes fights break out from conversations gone awry, and enemies are very quick on the draw, and I just had to concede the fact that I would take massive damage if I survived at all. The bright spots within those combat encounters are satisfying, though. Stalker 2's great gunplay picks up a lot of the slack in combat's faults. Whipping around a decked-out assault rifle with a nice red dot sight or pumping shells into a mutant with a fully modded shotgun had me looking forward to those tense kill-or-be-killed situations. The flow doesn't change drastically over time, but the tension stays consistent throughout. In addition to a few ambitious sequences in the main story, Stalker 2 impresses with how it weaves in psychological horror with psi emissions that genuinely mess with your perception of its world.
Yep, I agree with that.
There are moments where I was as surprised as I was shook by how vulnerable they left me. It's one of the many ways Stalker 2 effectively layers on a unique sense of danger.
Bro, they will legit throw you in the deep end. I kind of like that.
Within those highs, however, is the frequent reminder that Stalker 2 isn't in great technical shape, and this is after the day one patch. Even on a PC with an RTX 3080, a 13th gen Core i7 CPU, 32GB of RAM, and an NVMe SSD, it chugs on modest settings.
Ooh.
Playing with everything on low graphics options.
Wait, what?
And balanced DLSS gives me similar frame drops and major hiccups as it would on medium to high settings with higher quality DLSS, even if the baseline frame rate is marginally better.
Okay. See, something like this can be fixed. I'm not gonna go too hard on them for that because there was like a lot of games, bro, that especially came out this year. And let's be real, all games. Hold up, I don't want to say all games. Most games are gonna have frame drops, technical problems, bugs, etc. Most games are gonna have that. I mean, you know what, bro? I'll say it. 98% of games are gonna have bugs. Even the best of the best games have bugs. It is what it is, right? You can't really like beat that. That's much more of a technical problem. But at the end of the day, I mean, I feel like if they can definitely change this with like an update and stuff like that, because I mean, a lot of games, I could come up with some at the top of my head right now. Star Wars Outlaws had a bunch of bugs in it. What else? Oh my god. Cyberpunk had a bunch of bugs in it, and etc. So at the end of the day, bro, you can come up with like 5 to 10 games right now that had a bunch of bugs in it whenever it first came out. I'm not gonna go too crazy on like the bugs, whatever, bro. It's a video game. A lot of video games have bugs. It is what it is.
But still well below a consistent 60 FPS. The patch definitely helped make performance somewhat more consistent compared to the pre-release version I began playing on, but in its more dense and detailed areas, my FPS still tanked to be just barely playable.
I understand that, yeah.
Thankfully, the game-breaking bugs that halted my progress pre-patch are now gone, and I have not run into any more glitched quest objectives since then. However, several problems still persist that include, but are not limited to, NPCs walking through walls, glitched UI elements, textures artifacting, sound effects and dialogue happening out of place, and environmental details or objects clipping through each other.
That's the regular.
Inoffensive, non-critical bugs can be whimsical in some sense, but the frequency of these issues chipped at my enthusiasm.
They got the
it's
floating
hard to say
beats.
whether or not these things will be patched in due time, although developer GSC Game World has stated their commitment to continually working on them with future updates.
Isn't it beautiful?
The current technical performance and roster of bugs hold Stalker 2 back from reaching its full potential, as it still feels as though it's held together by duct tape. Given the story of GSC Game World's tumultuous development time, which has partially taken place amid an actual war zone in its home country of Ukraine, it's not hard to understand why. It's a miracle that Stalker 2 even exists, especially considering how ambitious its world is and how it executes on its vision on a conceptual level.
Alright, man, pre-verdict. I said that IG was gonna give it a 7. Let's see what they give it, man. Let's see it.
It's alive!
When
Comment
it's
down below, what
firing
would you
on
guys
all
give it?
cylinders, Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl is a rare treat that scratches the itch left behind by those older PC games, where the onus was on you to figure out how to survive and thrive in an unforgiving world that doesn't care if you live or die.
I
It's
agree.
refreshing, brutal, and a masterclass in creating a brooding atmosphere that I loved basking in, bringing new life to a place as tragic and desolate as the Zone. Once the main quest gained momentum, the choices I made and the work required to reach the end left me invested in a suspenseful story that builds on the ambitions of its predecessors. There are, however, foundational problems that are hard to ignore, like
Yeah.
bizarre enemy behavior in combat and the many bugs and performance issues that persist after launch. But for those with the patience and determination required for a massive, intentionally inelegant shooter, those are inconveniences worth enduring. Stalker 2
gave it
is
an
a
8.
gripping
Okay.
exploration of Chernobyl,
Okay.
and there's just nothing like it.
All right. So IGN has. Well, okay, we all know. Let's finish out the IGN intro.
If you're jumping into Stalker 2 yourself, be sure to check out the many guides we've made to make your trip to the Zone as smooth as possible. And for everything else in the world of gaming, stick with IGN.
IGN. Nah, man. Shout out to IGN, man, for coming through. They always come through with a review, whatever. Even though I've crashed out, and I've crashed out on IGN about some ratings or whatever. We all have our opinions or whatever, so it is what it is, man. Shout out to IGN. Now, I'm gonna give you guys my rating of the game, and so here's my rating. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. You guys know I am all about honesty. I'm gonna be honest with you. My rating was between a 7 and an 8. That was my rating. I can't lie to you. Throughout this entire video, I was going back and forth. 7, 8, 7, 8, 7, 8, 7, 8. And for me, I don't like to do 7.5, 7.6. I don't like that. If I had to give Stalker 2 one rating, I think it's a solid game. I think the story is really intriguing. I think the game looks really good. It does have a few bugs. It does have a few frame drops and stuff like that. It is Bug City. I'll admit that it is. But if those are the only problems about it, right, the bugs and like the frames or whatever, bro, like a update can fix that. That's what I think. An update can fix that. I think I'm gonna give this game an 8. That's it. I think I'm gonna give it an 8. I don't think it's because at first I was like, okay, I might just give it a 7 just because like it's good, but at the same time, like, the bugs or whatever. And to be honest with you, if I was to give it a 7, I would be going against my own word because, like I said before, bugs are a part of video games. It's going to happen. There was bugs in GTA 5, right? There's literally clips out there of there's bugs being in GTA 5 and a lot of these respected games that we've all played before. There's bugs in. It is what it is. That's a part of video games forever. Now, if it was like if this game was like Cyberpunk when it first came out, and that was and that was like a bug country. Like everybody had bugs. It wasn't just like a few people, whatever. Legit, everybody had bugs. So at the end of the day, like all it takes is like a simple update, for what was it? I think it's a GSC Game World. I think that's like the actual studio that made this game. But and first of all, if I said your name wrong, that's my bad. My apologies. But I think I'm gonna give it an 8, bro. The game looks really good, like visual wise. The story seems really nice. I think I reacted to like the intro of the story. Intro was nice, whatever. And I think I reacted to not reacted, but I think I watched some gameplay to myself. I'm actually gonna play the game as well, but sometimes what I do is I would like record my reaction to like a game, whatever, and then I will buy the game. I know it's kind of lame. It is what it is. But if I'm being honest with you, bro, The gameplay seems really nice. It visually looks good. The gunplay, man, looks really, man. That was the one part that I was afraid of. Like 2 months ago, I was like, bro, they're gonna fix the gunplay or whatever, and bro, they did. They fixed the gunplay. So if I'm being honest with you, bro, those three things really carry a lot of weight. The bugs or whatever, I mean, those carry weight too, but they don't carry as much weight as the gunplay, gameplay, and the visuals. So they did really good in all those three. And to be honest with you, bro, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10, just like IGN. IGN, we're twins for the first time. Other than that, man, comment down below, man. What do you guys think? Give me your honest opinion of the game. Whether you like it, whether you don't like it, whether you guys have bugs, whether you think it looks good, bad, etc. Comment down below. What do you guys think about it? I'm gonna see you guys. I face them out, and peace out.